Hi everybody, it's noathemoney and welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video. It's Tiny House Thursday. So in today's video I'm building a tiny house for an astronaut. Well, it's actually a micro home because it has 32 tiles. And if you have tiny living, you need to follow a certain tile count, and the tiniest house you can build is called a micro home. I'm building this on a 20 by 15 lot in Oasis Springs, and the house is actually more like a trailer because I was inspired from the house across the street, which is Johnny Zest's house, I believe. I imagined this house for a single sim because I put a single bed in here, but if you decide to download this house, I'm sure you can rearrange it to put maybe a Murphy bed in here. And I've also put a rocket ship in the garden, which I think is really cool. This house does have a full bathroom, but your sim does need to wash the dishes in there because I didn't have space for it in the kitchen. So as you can see, the build is coming together, and I also put 2 skylights in there, which I thought were a nice detail. I wanted this to feel a little bit like a studio house, but I did put a wall between the kitchen and the living space, so it felt a little bit closed off. And also, if they have friends over and they go to the bathroom, not everyone can see them come out of the bathroom, because I think it's kind of awkward. So I've never played it with a sim who's an astronaut, but I believe with Get to Work you can visit an alien world, or is it with the scientist career? I truly don't know. I've never actually visited the secret worlds in The Sims, so maybe I need to check that out. Because I believe in every secret world there is a lot you can build on, and maybe it's fun to do a tiny house on every lot. So let me know if you want to see that in the future and if it's a fun thing to do. So now we're in the entryway slash kitchen. And here you can see I've put some shelves on the walls with some clutter because this sim doesn't really have a lot of space to put their things. And I did want to put some things that are related to space here. So I've put these alien things in jars here on the shelf, which I think is a nice detail. I also wanted to let this home feel a little lived in, so the kitchen is a little cluttered. And I think this fridge from university is perfect for a tiny house because you can put things on there, like I did with this coffee maker. And also these used coffee cups from the new clutter kit. I use them in every build. And now we're moving on to the living space. And I've used this high table from Tiny Living, which I forgot about because it's not between the normal dining tables. And at first I wanted to use the Murphy bed in here, but for this build I thought the single bed with the planets on it was much better. I did use a lot of darker colors because I thought it would fit well with the astronaut career. So here I'm just decorating the living space, and with a micro home I think it's a little hard because I want to put all these activities, but you don't have the space for it. But this TV from Tiny Living is more than just a TV, it's also a radio and a bookshelf. I also wanted to put a full-length mirror here, so I just raised it up with the 9 key and put it on top of the nightstand. And also this fossil thing from Get to Work, I believe. I just thought it was a nice detail. I also put a laptop here because this sim doesn't really have a desk space, so a laptop made more sense than a computer. So now we're moving on to the outside area, and I thought this sim doesn't really care how their house or garden looks like, so I didn't put a lot of clutter here. And I also wanted it to feel a little more industrial. I'm also not that good at landscaping, but for this build I didn't think it would matter a lot. And I put this observatory here, and I'm so glad we got this in the base game update back when werewolves came out, because I definitely didn't want to use that big one. And also this rain collector and generator from Eco Lifestyle, because I think this sim wants to use everything even when they shut the power off. I also didn't really know what to put in the garden besides the rocket ship, but I think I made it work with some lounge chairs and a dining table, and also some industrial things to the side of the house. Now I'm just finishing up the garden, and I thought it was fun to build this micro home for an astronaut. So we're near the end of the build and of the video, so I hope you liked it, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe. The build is on the gallery under my gallery ID, noathemoney. And if you want to see a specific tiny house, leave it in the comments and maybe I'm building that next time. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!
Feelings, it's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming.